Hi, welcome. I'm Jen and this is my channel Wolf Down a Rabbit Hole, and it is a channel about cross stitch. It is where you will see lots of my projects, plans, finishes, fully finishes, and the reason I am Wolf Down a Rabbit Hole is because, as we all know, in the cross stitch world you can go down a rabbit hole, and I do often with not only cross stitch but a few other crafts and various other little hobbies as well. So the keen amongst you would have noticed that I have been around before, and back last year I decided to take a bit of a break. Things got really hectic in life, which I won't go into, but work was mad, the family life was a bit crazy, and instead of just taking a break I decided to close the channel down, because at that point in time I was really struggling, and I thought that I think I had what's the point syndrome, but I've pulled myself out of it. Work has improved, family, everybody's okay, things have settled down, and I thought it was a bit silly of me to close my channel. So I thought, well, bite the bullet, and with some help from my crafty coven, you all know who you are, have helped me through, and I'm back. So we're going to start again. This is going to be video 1, so I'm going to do the Know Your Needleworker tag just to reintroduce myself, and then I'll show you some whips, some finishes, and some fully finished objects, and I have some little things I've bought. Not much, don't get excited. Haul is usually just thread and material, but that's not here today. These are 2 interesting things. So to start off with, I've got my notes down here. I live in South Wales in the UK. I work as an office admin, and I now work from home. My office is right here. It's great. The commute, I don't have that anymore. I don't have the stress of going into the office and worrying about COVID and the numbers, and just being in an environment that was starting to make me feel really anxious and panicky all the time, which I think led to a lot of the stress I had last year. So it's nice to be working from home. You know, I can work in my PJs when I want to. Not in my PJs today, but I can if I want to. And yeah, it's just, I feel so much better for it. So the next question is children. I have 3 kids, if you count my husband, because he is just one big kid. But he has 2 children who are my stepkids, my son William and my daughter Fiona. They are my world, all 3 of them. I love them to bits. One of my projects you will see is for my stepdaughter, and one of my whips, which I've left downstairs, is for my stepson, but I can show you that another day. There's only about 10 stitches in it, so it's not like you're going to see much anyway. We don't have any pets. We have said if we do have any more pets after my cat Poppy died a couple of years ago, that we'd have dogs, and it would be 2 so they could keep each other company. But at the moment it's not an option, just affordability, and well, yeah, I'm working from home, that's probably not going to last forever, and we do actually live in a really small house, so it's not viable. But we do have a timeshare pet. My next door neighbour's cat, Autumn, loves to come and visit us, and either cries at the front door if she knows we're home, or if the window's open, she cries at the kitchen window to be let in. If she sees the lights on at 4 o'clock in the morning, as my husband takes my stepdaughter to work, she will often come and cry to be let in. She'll come in for a bit, she'll make a big fuss, have lots of fuss, and then she'll just saunter off. Or my neighbour will text me, have you just got home, because Autumn's just rocketed out of the room, which usually within seconds is followed up with a frantic meowing or scrabbling at the fence as she tries to climb over. If I can, I'll take some pictures at some point and show you in another video. My other hobbies, oh god, do you know what, it feels really weird redoing one of these because it's been so long. I feel like I'm talking really fast, so if I am, please let me know and I will try and slow down in future. My other hobbies, I read a lot. I have bookcases all over the house, mainly science fiction fantasy, but I do a lot of craft books. a lot of gardening books, general interest books, but it's mainly science fiction, fantasy. I do watercolour painting, I do some drawing, I love to garden, and I do have a garden YouTube channel, which again hasn't been updated in ages. After I deleted this channel, I realised what a mistake it was, and just left that one sit for a bit and haven't really done much content. But I do little gardening videos, planting this, potting on that, time to grow this type things. Nothing exciting. The next question is favourite movie. Now, if you ask me in 10 minutes time, the answer will be completely different. If you ask me in an hour, it'll be completely different. I have a very eclectic taste in movies, but I was thinking about this the other day, and one of my top favourite movies, that if you ask Netflix what was the most watched on my profile, it would be the 2005 Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley. I love that film. I just love her sass, and I just think it's a really, really lovely film. But I do also like tons of other movies. You know, tomorrow it could be, oh yeah, I quite like Fast and the Furious. Or, you know, if you asked me tonight, it could be, 100% Lord of the Rings. It changes depending on what mood I'm in. So I did write Pride and Prejudice down on my list, but if I'd carried on writing down movies, it would have just gone on forever. The next question is favourite book. You won't be able to see it because they're not on the top shelf at the moment. They're down here to rotate my shelves a bit. I've got nearly all of the Shadowhunter books by Cassandra Clare. They are by far my most favourite series at the moment. I have, again, lots of other books. I've got the Hobbit books. I've got the Lord of the Rings books. I've got a load of TV, movie books, tie-in books up there. Books everywhere. Books everywhere. We've got an impressive collection of Terry Pratchett, which I can't say are mine because they're my husband's. Sorry, I'm looking at all my shelves now. Yeah, loads of books. Science fiction, fantasy, nerd right here. I'm currently reading The Vampire Knitting Club. I don't know if any of you have read it. They're on Kindle Unlimited and they're cute. They're actually quite cute. I have been caught out in nearly all of them, not figuring out who the whodunit is, so they're keeping me on my toes a little bit. The next question is music. Metal, rock. It, again, totally depends on my mood. I could, you know, listen to classical. I could listen to a bit of country. Movie themes, you know, soundtracks. I listen to anything, more or less. Is not mainly pop though. I'm not a pop or a like house or anything like that. That's not my bag. The last question is, word describes you best. Now, I asked my husband, and aside from the ones I can't say on film, he said generous. My best friend was like, how do I even answer that? You are lovely. And my work best friend was like, you're just you. You're just nice. You're like the nicest person. So I don't know. Apparently, I'm like nice and generous and lovely. I did get called the sweetest the other day actually, and I kind of like that. I thought that was really sweet. It was like, oh, nobody's called me that before. So yeah, that's the note. That was really quick. That's the Know Your Needleworker tag. I'm trying to think if there's anything else just to tell you about me before I go into the next part, but I don't think there is. So if you have any questions for me, stick them down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. I'll maybe do a Q&A in a couple of videos or something. So where do I start? Should we start with whips? Yeah, I think we'll start with whips because they're at the top of the pile. So the first one I'm going to show you is, who's this by now? See, I didn't write everything down, I'm out of practice. It's In This House We Do Disney. And I'm sure it's Fandom Stitchery, I think, on Etsy. And I've done it all in variegated threads, and this is how far I have got. So if I zoom in, it's all in variegated colours. There's some metallic, I've got, hang on, I've got Tinkerbell, and she's going to have some beads. That's a Jodyri thread. I've got more metallic down the bottom there. I've got Maleficent. I ordered a completely different variegated for Peter Pan, who will be going up here, where I had to unpick Dory and Nemo because I put them in the wrong place. But yeah, that is my current important whip, because I want to get this done in a month, is in this house. We do Disney. We live in a world, I can't read it backwards. We live in a whole new world. We know Hakuna Matata means no worries, and the bare necessities let us rest with ease. We paint with the colours of the wind, we whistle while we work. With a little faith, trust and pixie dust, we wish upon a star and remember who we are. We just keep swimming because we know life is better under the sea. Let me move it up a bit. So with a bibbidi bobbidi boo, please be our guest as we want to be. And I think it's part of your world, and then there's some more, which I haven't finished yet. So you will see it when it's finished, but I am going probably to take a break from variegated after this, because it really does take some time, but I love the way the variegated comes out. I think it's Michelle, yeah, it's Michelle Bendy who's like, we like stripy. And she's right, because we do like stripy. That does look sort of like the savannah sunset on that one. And that is actually a Lion King symbol as well, which I didn't know. I had to actually message the designer and go, what's that from? Because we can't figure it out. And I think she said it was from the stage show. So yeah, no, I'm really, really pleased with that. And it's on opalescent aida, which I don't know if you can see the sparkle. I've had to open my curtains to get some decent light in here, so I'm a little bit washed out, but yeah, it's opalescent. The only problem is a little bit of a stain around the edge where it rested on something. Hopefully when it's framed you ain't going to see it, but I can't wash this now because it's variegated thread. And usually it's not colour fast, so I'm a little bit annoyed with myself. But here are some of the colours. This is for the We Do Disney at the bottom. There's one of the yellows. There's Maleficent's purple. Fee helped me pick half of these colours, so she, you know, she'd have something that she had say in a lot of it. But I'm quite pleased with that, so excuse me. That is in my little bag as well from Cross Stitch Crazy about 100 years ago. That is We Do Disney. I haven't brought all my whips up. I thought I'll only bring up the ones I'm working on at the moment. Otherwise it'd be for ages, and half of them are in timeout because one of them is just driving me nuts, so I haven't touched it for about a year. Anyway, the next one is a very small designer based in my favourite place in the whole wide world, Mevagissey in Cornwall. Now, she was making these into just stitching them up and making them as cards and selling them in the local gallery down there. But she's recently started doing charts, and I know I've asked her like 2 or 3 times on Instagram, are you making kits or charts of these? And it wasn't until recently that it was like, no, I'm just stitching them up and I'm selling them as cards. But she has. So her name is Ditsy Dog Crafts, and she is on Instagram. And this is a very small little project that I ordered. Now, I noticed the other day on Google Earth, because, no, not on the Google Earth, on the Harbour webcam, this house has actually changed colour. It's either that one or that one. It's now been painted green, but when I was there last, they were this colour. So it's a very small little kit, the Mevagissey cross stitch. It's actually gone really quickly, and I haven't quite finished it yet though. And this is how far I am. So I've just got the buildings to finish up here, little boat. These bits are left white in the design, but I think I might stitch white because I like the full coverage effect of it. And then obviously I've got some green to go down there with the trees. But this is down in the harbour by the Harbour Master's office. You walk past these houses to go down to the beach and walk out onto the harbour arm. And it's one of my favourite places in the world. Or as Mad Morty and David call it, Mevagissey. And we've only ever been in like late September, beginning of October. So when we've been there, it's been really quiet. But I have emailed the B&B we normally stay at, and we are hoping they'll have a day or two free, and we're hoping to pop down this year because I desperately need a break. I am exhausted. I never thought I'd be one of those people that said I have to have a holiday. But I've worked all through the pandemic, and it's starting to wear me down a bit now. I need to go somewhere other than the 20-mile radius I've been for the last 2.5 years. So this is keeping me going for now. And I just love that. And that's going to go in my little Stitchy journal, which I will show you in a bit. And this was only £8, this little kit. She has got a couple of others, which I'm probably going to do. And these hoops, these nerd hoops, game changer. I've been eyeing these up on Amazon for a while. So I bit the bullet and I bought the 4 set. And then about 3 hours later, I saw 2 cross stitch channels. Stitches with Diamonds is one of them. And I can't remember the other one, I'm really sorry. But 2 channels are now offering discount on these from the website that they're sold from. I'd already bought these, but honestly these nerd ones are absolutely amazing. I love them. I love my wooden hoop, and I do like my scroll frame. I'm not a massive fan of Q-snaps. I've had to look at them in the shops, and I don't know, they seem too chunky. I don't really, you know, that's perfect for me to hold. So yeah, that is Mevagissey Cliffs. Sorry, a little bit of tangent there. I do apologise. The next one is a chart Bar Stitches on Instagram. I don't know if she's still here on YouTube. Sent me a Stitchy kindness quite a while ago now. I'm slowly working my way through it. And it's Quaker Bee by Aury TM. And my family think that looks like a wasp, and they don't like it. I love it, so I'm stitching it anyway. It's going to be in my little corner of the office anyway. And this is how far I have got. And I did try doing it on 18 count aida, but I am doing the called for, and I'll show you why it's not on 18 count, because 18 count is my jam. But this is how far I've got with Quaker Bee. Now I think it'll come up to about here. So it'll be about an A4 size, I think. But if you look at that bee, let's see if I can get a... If you look at that bee, it's fuzzy stuff. I don't have an issue working metallics. If you go to my Instagram, there's stuff on there that is like all metallics. No thread, just all metallic threads. And I love it. But this stuff is the devil. Oh my god. If you think metallics are bad, try these. Hang on. This is what they look like. So as you can see, bitty as heck and fluffy. Now this stuff, oh my god, it gets right up your nose when you stitch over there, but it's so lovely and soft. So what I'm planning on doing, folks, is when this is finished, as it was Stitchy kindness to me, I will be passing it on as Stitchy kindness to somebody else, and depending on how much of the fuzzy stuff is left, that will be included in the pass it on as well. I'll leave people make their own decision about the fabrics and stuff, but I will include the fuzzy stuff if, as I say, there is enough left in there. I mean, these are 15 yards each, so there should be enough in there, or enough to get you started until, if you know, or you don't, or you could destash these. But yeah, I will include these when I pass them on. And then somebody else can enjoy the hell that is fuzzy stuff. I'd see, oh, Flosstube, Itchy Nose, and a mixture of that stuff. I don't have allergies, but that stuff drives me nuts. So that's Quaker Bee by Aury TM. And again, I'm not used to filming. I'm trying to remember to look at you, but I know I keep looking at myself, so I do apologise. So I know that drives some people mad. And crinkle, crinkle. I'm going to have to put it in a new bag as well, because the bag, the chart came in ripped. Oh, excuse me. And it doesn't look neat and tidy, so it will be in a new bag as well. This is my Cryptid cell. Now, my Crafty Coven consists of Mad Morty, Crafty Rogue Gamer Georgie, Carrie from DNA Geek Craft, Joe, Stitchy Cat Lady 26, and Glynis Dollface. Now, I know I've been chatting to Morty and Georgie quite a bit, and Carrie, and I said, why don't, if we're all doing the Cryptid cell, why don't I just set us up a little Instagram group chat? And that is our little, how's everybody doing? We all check in with each other and enable each other to the nth degree. I know I have a lot to be blamed for this month for Georgie, because whoops, I keep putting dinosaur patterns in the group chat. Sorry, Georgie. Actually, no, I said I wasn't going to apologise, so I'm not sorry. I'm happy to enable. Everybody else is like miles ahead on their Cryptid cell. That's as far as I've got. I'm doing it with 310 diamond, because I want the border to be all glittery, and yeah, literally that's as far as I've got. And I have ordered the supernatural cell as well. So I need to shift my arse. I need to stop doing smalls, and I need to work on my big projects, and I need to get a hustle on. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing really. But at the same time, I've got the pattern. There's, you know, I've got the rest of my life to keep stitching all these. But yeah, the diamond, I don't think you'll be able to see it, but the diamond is really pretty and glittery. So that is my Cryptid cell. Quite disappointed in myself for that one. The next one is, I put a good, I think I must have spent about a good 6 or 7 hours on this one day the other week. Is Evening in the Shire by Cute Patterns by Maria. Now, when I bought this, I bought it when it was pre-Etsy days. I think it was on Facebook. So I bought it through Facebook, and I was emailed the PDF, and then it got lost in my emails, and then I came across it, and I was like, oh my god, I completely forgot. So I bought, I think it's Full Moon by Jodyri Designs Fabric, Aida, 18 count. If you do this chart, get even weave, because Aida's a nightmare for the way the stitches are laid out. It splits through squares and stuff, so I'm a bit annoyed with myself that I didn't pick Aida, but oh, of course it's upside down. There we go. This is as far as I've got. I did all of this bit the other week while watching Lewis. I think I watched a couple of episodes of Lewis. Do like a good crime mystery story. So yeah, it's when it's all finished, it's going to look out of this world on this fabric, which is actually pretty true to what it's like. The moon's going to be up here somewhere, and Noah Stitches actually was kind enough during the pandemic, when he worked in, I think it was Michael's, sent me Glow in the Dark thread, because you could not get it for love nor money over here. So he was kind enough to send me 2 skeins of Glow in the Dark thread, which is more than enough to do a load of other projects I wanted with it as well. So yeah, Evening in the Shire, Cute Patterns by Maria, or Maria Brovko, I think she is now. Actually, I don't know if this is still available at the moment. with everything going on. I know a lot of designers have disappeared from Etsy due to the whole situation with Ukraine, which is awful, absolutely awful. I could be completely wrong, I'm not even sure, which is really bad of me, I should know this. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased with that. And the detail. There's a couple of hidden things in this as well. There's a hidden bird, there's a hidden bunny in it. There's something else as well. There's a bird, there's a bunny, and there's something else, I think. So yeah, I'm enjoying getting the stitches in on that one. Excuse me, I'm not used to talking so long. I'm not in the office here, not gassing to everyone. So those are the current whips I am working on. Like I said, I have started another one. It is downstairs, but like I said, there's only about 20 stitches in it, so there's no point showing you. Hopefully by next video I'll have quite a lot done, and I'll be looking forward to showing you that. So the next thing is just some finishes. These aren't fully finished. They're just things I've picked up and done over the last couple of months. And the first one I want to show you is really important though. The Spicy Stitcher on Instagram designed this. Lynn, she designed a pro-choice pattern because of what's going on in America at the moment, and everybody has a choice. And I'm sorry if you are against that and might not be the channel for you. Everybody should have a choice. It should never be taken away from anybody. The colour is Over the Rainbow by Jodyri Threads, and the pattern's by the Spicy Stitcher, and it is free download on Instagram. So go check it out. Those colours are washing out a little bit, but I absolutely love those, and I just love the colourway of that. So that will be going on my Stitchy journal, which I will show you in a bit. Then these are some old ones I've dug out as I've been cleaning and potching around the house. I made this originally as an exchange back in 2009. I did 2 threads and it was too big for the magnet. I think it was a magnet exchange. So the next one I did was 1 strand, and I think it got to its destination. I didn't actually ever hear if it made it, and it's for a little Halloween exchange with a little pumpkin with a hat on. That's actually this one's gonna go in my Stitchy journal when I figure it out. This one is a Mouse Loft design, again from 2005, 2006, something like that. Little cat by a fireplace. This is this was a free kit with one of the Cross Stitch magazines, and it got stitched, ready to go on a Christmas card, and it's not made it to a Christmas card. He's got a really cute button nose though. I really love him. So that'll probably be my mother-in-law's Christmas card this year when I mount it up and stuff. The next 2 are, oops, sorry, I'm wobbling you about. The next 2 are Park Up a Bart charts. So you've got the Spoopy even, which I did using thread I won in a giveaway from Not Cross Jen. And it's Sundown Over the Peaks thread, who I can't remember, paint box possibly, I'm not sure, sorry. And just on some plain 14 count blue Aida that was in my stash. And that goes up every year. It actually needs finishing, that's just, you know, it needs finishing, it needs backing on something. This needs to be turned into a Christmas ornament. And this is Bar Humbug by Park Up a Bart again, and I love that. I think it's, I don't know, it's got something sort of Dickensian about it, I suppose, and I love that. And that's got metallic threads all around the edges, which I love. Problem is I can't remember half these designers and I forgot to write them down, so I do apologise, but these are all on my Instagram, Wolf Down a Rabbit Hole. Pop along, you will find me, I am there. This one is Basic Witch, and it's on some linen scraps I bought, and that thread was dyed for me by Jo, Stitchy Cat Lady, and I love it. Look at the variegation in that thread. Doesn't it suit those bats? They are gorgeous. Let's see if I can get you to focus a bit. Stop focusing on me. There we are. basic witch, which, yeah, let's be honest, I am a bit of a basic witch. This is Love. I feel really bad that I can't remember the name of the designer, but again, that's Jodyri threads as well, and it's really, really cute, and it's just a little motif. Possibly, if anybody knows me, knows I like to play material chicken, so that's one of the more generous pieces of fabric. If anything, if I'd have known it was going to be that small, I'd have done it on that size. But yeah, I've done it on that size. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. Don't know whether I'm just going to cut it out and put it in my journal, or mount it on a card. I don't know. Any suggestions? The next one, I know this one, is Stone Street Stitch Works, and it's on a raw linen, which is a nightmare. This was a nightmare to stitch on because it's all different sized threads, and it's the general store pattern with the wording Apothecary, Potions and Tonics, and that is with a KLT charting thread, again variegated. Seen a pattern here? This hasn't been finished. Again, this is quite a generous piece of fabric for me, to be honest. Yeah, there you go. You can see the variegation. This was really, really quick to stitch, actually. I don't know why. I thought this was going to take me ages. I think on the website, on the Etsy store, it's done in red or black maybe, but I really like that. So maybe get an old piece of wood and just wrap it around the piece of wood and maybe put some, knock some metal finishing tacks or something on there, like furniture tacks, and then it will get hung up somewhere, maybe the kitchen, I don't know. But that is it by General Store, and this was really cheap. It came with 3 different versions as well, like tea, coffee and drinks, and then there was another one with herbs, meats and tins, or you know, there was options, and it gave you a alphabet as well. So I was going to do something different for the date, which is currently 1847, but I just left it as the chart. But yeah, no, that was a really nice quick stitch up, and it was only about 3 or 4 quid. My next finish, I went to go get a frame for this today, because I just framed up 2 of my others, so I have some FFOs to show you. Excuse me. Is welcome. Everything is fine, and there we are. Look, that is me playing fabric chicken. Right down to the serged bottom as well. So when that one gets framed up, that one's getting framed up for good, because there ain't no stretch in that bugger. But it's all the sayings from the TV show, and this is going to go up behind me where my desk is, so that everybody who comes on video chat with me goes, huh, right, okay, everything's fine. It's got some little motifs. It's got the cacti, the drink, froyo and shrampies, and then it's just got all different sayings from the show, and I love that. I binged that show through twice in a short space of time. I loved it. I really, really loved it. I did think this was gonna be the bit that would kill me, because it was just all fractional stitches, but it wasn't. It was just a really nice little project, and I just do 1 or 2 sayings a night, and you know, it was a really quick stitch. Again, this was a pattern on Etsy. Again, I can't remember who it's by, but if you go on my Instagram, it will be there. And that is all of my finishes. Oh, I've just realised I've got some FFOs up there. Do I show you them, or do I show you them next time? I'll show you them next time. That way it'll look like I finish more. Sorry, I'm not prepared. I was so prepared. I was like, for days I've been gathering stuff to do this video. Piles have been appearing in my bedroom, and yeah, no, I'm not prepared. I haven't remembered half the stuff I was going to write down. Onto FFOs. So this is my Stitchy journal. Oh, look at that glare. Yes, you will notice some of these are higher than others on that line, purely to annoy my husband, because it just drives him nuts when things aren't lined up. So just to wind him up, I decided bugger it. But I like it. It's my Stitchy journal, and it's an ever-changing book of little bits and pieces. So I will show you what's in it so far. So the first one is when we went to Mevagissey in 2019 before the pandemic. We went for a couple of days for our anniversary, and I bought this bookmark from Emma Louise Art Stitch. It was a nightmare to find her shop because she was in a little indoor market in St Austell. The problem was we, not knowing where St Austell, didn't realise it was in the market, so we walked all the way around up some streets around, and on following the GPS, I'm like, it's right there, it's on the other side of that wall, and then we clicked, it's in that building. She's now since moved premises. As you can see, I'm getting stickers and things to jazz it up a bit. Unfortunately though, it's ended up in here because I'm not very good at finishing things, bookmarks and stuff. I'm still learning the whole sewing-y bit, and if I use this as a bookmark it would just ruin within 5 minutes. But the colours on it, oh, I love it. And I cut out bits of the cover of the kit so that it's got little bits of writing and stuff. And she does, what she does is she does original paintings and then she converts them. So there's quite a few of hers I'd like to do. There's a Foy one, and there's a Mevagissey village one, and maybe if we go to other places in Cornwall eventually I'll do the others as well. But they're really lovely patterns. She does use anchor threads, which is something I haven't seen many people do these days, and I gotta say I do like the colours on them. They are quite nice. So this next one I've actually stitched twice. It's by Lindisfarne, and it's The Death of Rats. And this one's my husband's, and I put Squeak on there. I actually stitched it before, and my friend was like, oh, my husband would love that. And her husband was going through a really, really rough time. So I went, do you mind? And he was like, no. He's like, are you going to make me another one? I was like, yeah, of course I am. So obviously I picked this colour material, slightly different. And again, really, really, really quick. I think I found the kit on eBay. Super, super fast stitch up, and he's just so adorable. Look at the detail on his little teeth. But yeah, that's The Death of Rats, and he's just so cute. This next one I designed I say I designed myself. I had this idea of what I wanted to make, and I hadn't seen anything like it for sale. So what I did was I charted the words using a program on, I think it was Cross Stitch Text Designer or something website, and I found a blackwork pattern on Etsy, and I took elements from the blackwork pattern and I created this. So it's designed by me, and it's bless this wretched hive of scum and villainy. Now, I have a real thing about this because in my head it's always been wretched hive of villainy and scum. Now I'm a Star Wars fan, I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I have that stuck in my head that it's the other way around. So when I first charted it, my husband was like, nope. And I was like, I'm sure it is. And he's like, no, it's just not. Shut up. So we actually sat down and watched the film, and I was like, oh, god damn it. But yeah, this was the blackwork, bits of the blackwork chart, and I just like the hyperdrive feeling of going into it. It was quite cute. So that was designed by me. This next one again, I'm molting. This next one again is a Park Hopper Bark chart, and it's the Arubesh alphabet from Star Wars. It's on 18 count blue grey Aida, which is the same thing Death of Rats is on, I think. And I didn't have the colours that he recommended, but I had as near as damn it. So I love that. I think that's really cute. Again, super fast stitch up. I believe this is on his Gumroad. It took me about 9 hours maybe. and I love that one. I need to get some Star Wars stickers. Guys, tell me where I can get Star Wars stickers to just plaster all over these. The next one was designed by Noah from Noah Stitches. And this is in the Pride colours. And it is, I'd rather be excluded for who I include than be included for who I exclude. And that's 100%. 100% right there. I have members of the members of the family who are LGBTQ+, and it means so much to me that we are a loving and supporting family, and that they know they have a safe space with us. My sister-in-law is absolutely amazing. She is the most wonderful person in the world, and her partner is just gorgeous. They're just lovely. They're just the best couple ever. And this was designed by Noah, and I think I was one of the first to finish it. As you can see, again, thread chicken, not thread chicken, material chicken. I think it was 18 count aida. But I need some stickers to go with this too, so, you know. I'm not very good at this whole scrapbooking thing. I'll stick them in there, but I'm a little bit... the thing about jazzing stuff up. The next one was a freebie by Night Spirit Studio. Now, if you see this on my Instagram, it is upside down. It's that way up on my Instagram. It's supposed to be that way up. So this is self-isolating bat, and all that white is glow-in-the-dark thread. And it's not that bad to stitch with. It's actually more like a DMC soft thread than like a metallic. Now, I have done all the red in metallic, and it's a play on negative space, and I just love that. Absolutely love that. So again, I'm going to need some more things to jazz this boy up, because, you know, he's a bit lonely on his own. I really like that. Night Spirit Studio. She's got loads of patterns I want to do. Oh, I've already got stash beyond life expectancy, you know. What's a few more? This next one I stitched somewhere around 2002, 2003. It's definitely before my mother passed away. Was originally intended for an ex-boyfriend's mother, and we broke up, and I decided you're not having it. I don't even... It was chosen because she liked geese, I think. I think it was geese. They're geese in this anyway, so I'm assuming it's geese. I don't like this design. I don't like this type of stitch, but it was supposed to be a gift. Well, you know, I'm not going to chuck it out. It's a favourite. I think it's all our yesterdays. I'm sure they're favourite. I could be wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a lovely design. It was a kit. It's not to my taste though, but it is quite cute. And I think this one's called Herding the Geese. Unfortunately, there is a drop of coffee in the middle. I was soaking this the other day again to try and clean it, and there's like, you can tell I haven't loved this piece. I finished it and it got shoved in a bag, and it just got abandoned and wrecked and dragged about the house and stuck in the attic. And I pulled it out and I thought, oh, I've got to do something with it. So, you know, it shows something I stitched years ago. So it's in here now. It's in here. I mean, it is kind of cute, but it's not something I'd have up on the wall. And I think at the moment that is it for my Stitchy journal. There's loads of pages left though. So yeah, that's my Stitchy journal. And now we are on to a few FFOs. Fully finished objects. So yeah, that's my Stitchy journal. So you've probably been wondering what these are behind me. These are my own designs. This is Home Sweet Home in Welsh. This pattern is available on my Gumroad, and I will link it down below. I'm not asking you to pay for it. It's just Gumroad seems to be the easiest way to share and upload stuff for people to download. So you just chuck a 0 in and you download it and you've got the free pattern. Now, obviously I haven't done an English conversion, maybe I should. But that's Cartref, Mellis, Cartref. And it's got 2 cute little houses and some little flowers. And I finished it like this. And I can't remember who finishes it in this way, but put in the material, pulling it really, really tight, and then just trimming around the edges. It's the best way to finish things ever. That is 100%. All my hoops are going to be finished this way from now on. Oh, excuse me. Should have bought a drink. Need some ribbon to finish that off. I was up the range earlier, I didn't buy ribbon because I couldn't remember what I wanted ribbon for, of course. And this I'm super proud of. It's the first time I've done a cushion, a squishy. This is the Welsh alphabet. Now it's the pre-letter J Welsh alphabet. Again, it's on my Gumroad, but there is a pattern incorporating the letter J in there. So there never used to be a letter J in the alphabet. If you look at this, you'll notice there are lots of letters missing from this alphabet. And you'll also notice there are a lot of weird letters in this alphabet, such as the th and the d. I mean, I'm okay at pronouncing Welsh. I can't speak it very well, but I can do the place names. And I one day I was like, I want to stitch the Welsh alphabet, and I couldn't find anything everywhere. I'm not a sampler person, really. I wouldn't say I'm a sampler person. But I really, really, really wanted this. And I got some trim, little Christmas trim, which I think suits, because it's the colours of the Welsh flag. And some just boring black flowered fabric cheapy off eBay, and I made a cushion, and I love that. Again, and it's on my Gumroad. Again, not asking you for it. If you want it, you can have it free. Comes with the J or without the J. Makes a nice little sampler, and I love it. It's so cute. Put that back there. These were a lot neater earlier, but the third thing I designed, now I follow a historical costumer on, sorry I'm wobbling you, I follow a historical costumer on YouTube. I can't sew for toffee and I'm not ever likely to learn how to make clothes, but her videos are just, oh, I could sit there and watch them all day. It doesn't matter if I've seen them 5 times. There's just something about her videos and the way she speaks. She does a lot of stuff around the 1880s to 1890s, possibly, as well as other stuff. And she was living in New York, and she's now living in London. And I believe she works with another historical costumer whose name escapes me. But she came to my notice when a video popped up on my feed, and even my husband sat down and watched this with me. She designed this absolutely stunning medieval style dress. Made it all, sourced everything, used techniques from the time down to, you know, hand sewing, even pre-machine sewing, and she'd made this beautiful gown. And this Chinese company ripped her pictures off Instagram, even used them on her their website, and sold copies of her dress for, I think it was $25. So she woke up one morning to all of these messages from all of her friends going, you have to check this out. I can't believe it. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Now, copyright is a very hard thing to fight. Emma Louise Cross-Stitch does have this issue with Amazon a lot, where Chinese companies rip off her designs and sell them for like 5p cheaper than what she would sell them, and she doesn't sell on Amazon. She's constantly in battles. So copyright infringement is a big thing, and if you can avoid it, please do, because the people who create these things deserve the credit, and if there's any monetary reward from these hardworking things, they deserve that too. But I was, anyway, a total tangent. I was watching one of Bernadette Banner's videos, and she bought these scissors, and she said these are not historically accurate scissors. They are just total, I can't remember the term she used now, but they were just, she had to have them. Now, they look like, it looks like a sword. It's like a sword pair of scissors. And she said, haters can fasten yon breeches and deal with it if they don't like these scissors. So I charted it. I've even included her name down the bottom, which you wouldn't have to do if you wanted to do it. And it's in one of her favourite colours. Her aesthetic is very sort of burgundy red. And I just loved it. And this saying was stuck in my head for days. To the point where I just went, bugger it. I'm charting that. So I worked out some text. I found, I went through books and tried to think of designs and patterns and things. Oh my god, I've just noticed as well, there is a stitch missing. Damn it, and this has just been finished. But yeah, that might be why it wasn't finished and I completely forgot about it. But yeah, this is also on my Gumroad. Haters can fasten yon breeches and deal with it. And I think this is a saying that I need to use more of, because yeah, if you don't like it, tough. I'm going to be me. I don't care what anybody else says. But I love that. You can't really see the colour though because of the light. But yeah, that's also on my Gumroad. So the next, I got 2 things left. I can't count. I've got 3 things left to show you. This one was, see, I need to start writing things in the back. I am really sorry, I can't remember who charted this. You would have seen it quite a lot of places though. A Stitcher's place is in the Resistance. Now this is the first time I've finished anything like this as well. Cardboard material wrapped around it. That's the back. That's the finish. Again, 14 count aida, variegated threads, and a Stitcher's place is in the Resistance. And it's just to show that, you know, just because you do crafts doesn't mean we can't fight our cause or fight our corner, or just, you know, don't sit there and be quiet if there's something you want to talk about or something you want to raise awareness to. So a Stitcher's place is in the Resistance. I cannot remember who designed this, and that's really bad. So I will put it in the description below. And that normally lives up there. Now, this is one of my most liked, well, the half-finished picture of this is one of my most likes in April. Most liked pictures in April. And it's by, hang on, I wrote this down. Patchy at best on Etsy and Instagram. And it's a Star Wars Blackwork sampler. And it's fully finished. It wasn't a hoop, and I just didn't like it. So I went up the range today and I bought this picture frame, and I love it. Look at the detail. Again, 18 count. I wouldn't advise doing this on 18 count. That right there was hell. And they're not full crosses. It's all mainly one strand, apart from the outlining. So you do lose a bit of the detail the smaller you go. But I love that. And there's a Jurassic Park one, and there's an X-Files one. Now, I'm not an X-Files fan, but I know a couple of my friends are, and they were like, oh my god. There's a Star Trek one. There's a Back to the Future one. That one's on my list. And the Jurassic Park. And I love it. And this frame, I just walked past this frame in the range and I thought, yes, 100% yes. So the annoying thing is, if I do any more of these, they're going to have to be on 18 count aida, because I want them all in these frames. But I love that. So that one, I have no idea where I'm going to put it. Might have to go up here. For now it's going on my desk. And I love that. And that's Patchy at best on Etsy. Now, the final one, I believe it was a Luna Fox design. No, it wasn't. Oh, do you know, I'm rubbish. All the details are on my Instagram, and I will put them in the comments down below. And this one's been finished this way as well. And it is Belle. And it is on a Claire Brown X-Stitch fabric I won in a giveaway, and it should have been ironed before I hooped it, because I can see the crease. It's really annoying. And what I was going to do was I was going to put my favourite book logo on there, but I could not for the life of me figure out how the hell to do it. It was just, everything I tried, I thought, I'm going to wreck this piece if I carry on stabbing it with metallic thread. So yeah, she's just finished like that. And I love it. She's stunning. And she sits, and this is the first time I bought one of these frames as well. So I don't want to take it out because I'm never going to get it back in. But it's that sort of wood effect finish. And yeah, it sits on my desk, sits above my desk behind me, and it just shows my love of reading, and this is one of my favourite Disney movies. So yeah, that is Belle, and she is cute, and I like the fabric, and I just love it, and I just love this way to back hoops. It's just amazing. It's just amazing, people. Just make sure you get your tension right, honest to God. Took a bit of getting used to, but yeah. And that's me. Oh my God, it's an hour. I didn't want this to be an hour. I didn't want this to be an hour because I haven't finished yet. I was just going to do some shout outs. Sorry, people. Hey, I tell you what, if you've made it this far, then well done to you, because there ain't any haul in this section. You're probably thinking, thank God. What I was going to show you, though, I'll see. There's no haul in this section. Earlier in this video, there was haul in this section. I bought, I'll show you just quickly. It's a cross-stitch paper graph book, so I can do some designing, because I need to draw things out before I commit them to a program. So yeah, each page has got all the information you can jot down, and then it's a 14 count book, but they do other counts as well. I got this off Amazon. I think it was about £4 or £5, so that'll keep me entertained for a couple of nights. And I bought these boxes with the plastic bobbins. Don't buy the paper bobbins, they're pointless. And as you can see, I started putting my Jodyri threads in there. I'm doing a couple of threads a night because these are wound in like twisties, and trying to untwist them and run them through and then retwist. Yeah, so but yeah, they're my Jodyri threads. And what I've actually done is I kept the card with the colour on, so I know which ones I'm using. And that'll be my Jodyri threads, and this came as a 2-pack, so obviously all the things in there. And the other one, what I will do is I will use the other one to keep all my current whip threads bobbinated in. And that's it. My shout outs are, obviously I mentioned the Coven earlier. Hi! Thank you for giving me a kick up the bum and encouragement that was well badly needed to get this video back out there. I have the people I regularly watch. Now this is by no means an exhaustive list. There's 6 people on this one, so each week I'll mention a couple of, or each week, yeah, that ain't happening. Every time I do a video, I will mention a couple of other Flosstube channels. These are the ones I watch without fail. Lollipop Stitches, Michelle Bendy Stitchy, Mama Loves UGB, Not Cross Jen, Clue High Heel Stitcher, and Alba Stitcher. Now that's not included in the Coven. I watch all the Coven videos as well. And I've recently found these 4 channels, and I absolutely love them. So you've got Stitched by Liz out in Australia, and her husband does fantastic comments. Like, he takes the complete mick out of her, poor Liz. But she stitches some. Honestly, how do you stitch so fast? And it's just amazing. I love all of your stitches. Imogen X Stitch has just done her first video, and I loved it. Oh my God, that modern folk embroidery piece is amazing. Talk about like making it your own, and the colorways. So definitely go check out Imogen. Little by Piku is Jess out in New Zealand. She does a lot of the small cities. I can't, the name of the designer escapes me. And in her videos you can see all of these hoops with all of these cities in the background. They're stunning. And she thoroughly enabled me. I ended up buying a couple of charts because of stuff she showed in her video. New favourite Etsy seller to follow as well. Some beautiful pieces, so thanks for that, Jess, and definitely go check Jess out. And then last but no means least is Megan the Seattle Stitcher, and she's the one who called me the sweetest the other day. And she bought herself a floor stand scroll frame, and she wasn't sure how to like get it all set up. So 6:15 I woke up, I put her video on, got my laptop set up and everything downstairs, because I work downstairs in the mornings when my husband's asleep, and 6:15. I'm sitting on the floor like this with my phone and my scroll frame pointing and grumbling into the microphone, but she said it really helped her to get her set up. So you're more than welcome, and definitely go watch Megan's channel because she's got some lovely pieces of work as well, and she's just lovely. So we've just hit over the hour, guys. I am really sorry. If you've made it this far, you get 5 gold stars, and if you've made it this far, mention that in the comment. You get gold stars. So probably maybe once a month, every 6 weeks, as and when, depending how I get my stitching done. Keep an eye out, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, like, subscribe and comment. Oh, and if somebody shouted me out, please let me know in the comments where you came from so I can say thank you. Yeah, take care, be kind, stay safe.